The cockpit hummed like a restless heart. Every tiny click of the helicopter's monitor echoed through the morning stillness, filling the silence with an electric anticipation. A faint breeze whispered along the metal shell of the aircraft, as though the wind itself were waiting for the journey to begin. "Ready?" A woman's voice drifted in from outside, soft but charged with excitement. Moments later, a head popped up from the pilot's seat, his dark hair tousled as if the air itself couldn't resist ruffling it. "Yeah," he replied, grinning broadly. "You got everything?" Park Lisa lifted the wide strap of her massive travel bag and gave it a playful shake. In her other hand, she dangled her brother's smaller pack. The sunlight caught her cheeks as she climbed into the rear seat, settling the luggage beside her with practiced precision. She tightened the buckle around her waist, exhaling a breath she didn't realize she'd been holding. "Let's go!" Park Hyun hollered, unable to contain the exhilaration building in his chest. The rotor blades began to spin, gathering wind like a rising storm. Within seconds, the helicopter lifted from the earth, and the world beneath them slowly shrank into a patchwork quilt of color. This wasn't just another trip for the Park siblings. It was their long-dreamed leap toward the unknown. They weren't tourists chasing sunset photos. They were seekers, explorers, the kind of people who felt most alive standing at the edge of a mystery. Born into the Park conglomerate, South Korea's fifth richest family, they had the resources to pursue unconventional dreams. Some said fortune made them fearless. Others said curiosity made them unstoppable. Hyun, celebrated as a prodigious engineer before he even hit his mid-20s, moved through life with a blueprint always forming behind his eyes. Lisa, on the other hand, was known for her brilliance and insatiable hunger for discovery. She touched every new thing as though knowledge might leap from the surface into her veins. For the first few hours, everything unfolded like a promise kept. The sky stretched endlessly before them, painted in deep sapphire tones. Clouds drifted lazily below, looking soft enough to sleep on. The siblings chatted about the landforms beneath them, teased each other about their packing habits, and debated hypothetical new species they might discover. Their laughter filled the cabin light, melodic, the kind that made the cockpit feel like home. But good weather is a temperamental companion. Without warning, a red light flared across the control panel. The sudden glow washed the cockpit in a blood-colored hue. And before either sibling could process the danger, the helicopter lurched violently. Eun cursed under his breath, gripping the controls. Lisa felt the world tilt beneath her stomach leaping into her chest. What had been a serene blue sky moments earlier had begun twisting itself into a monstrous spiral of gray. A hurricane, wild, furious, merciless, swallowed them before they could attempt escape. The cabin became a storm of its own. Loose objects careened through the air like angry spirits. The metal frame groaned under the strain. Air pressed against the rotor blades with the force of an unchained beast. Lisa tried to call out to her brother, but her words were stolen by the violent shaking. She felt herself slam against the seat. Pain shot through her legs, a blazing, warning fire before darkness pulled her under. Minutes stretched into an eternity before the hurricane spat the broken machine onto solid land. The impact shook the ground. Parts of the helicopter jutted out like jagged bones from a wounded creature. The world grew silent again. Not peaceful silence, but the hollow quiet that follows destruction. Rain drizzled through the shattered windows and landed on Lisa's cheek. The tiny droplets coaxed her from unconsciousness. Her eyelashes fluttered, heavy as if weighed down with sand. When she tried to move, a sharp sting tore through her leg. She gasped and then screamed. Her skin was torn wide open, scratched deep by shards of metal. Blood had dried in dark streaks along her calf. Her hands trembled as she fumbled with the seat buckle. Her pulse hammered loudly in her ears, drowning out every thought except one. Hyun. No answer came. Fear curled cold fingers around her spine, but she fought to stay present, inhaling ragged breaths. She scanned the wreckage around her, bags thrown everywhere, metal bent into shapes it was never meant to be.